Hello, welcome my dear friends. Welcome for the introduction tutorial of letter C. Welcome to the Coding Phonics series in Foundational Literacy series, and I am Dr. Rajni Rao, your friend and coach. In today's session, we will introduce letter C to enhance listening, speaking, reading and writing skill. So we have the thematic story, the letter sound, phonic sound and action, template rhyme, letter sound association, story on the chart, action code, thematic story for the lowercase formation, writing in series, and finally activities for writing readiness. Welcome to the main session. And now you all know that letter God is now giving pet name to all his letters. And now he is ready to give a pet name for his letter C, for which he narrates the story of Kathy. Aaron and Anna were very, very excited to know the story of Kathy, through which letter C would get its pet name. So Kathy was a cute little girl and she had a pet cat. Kathy loved to eat cakes and cookies. This was her favorite snacks. And now she was getting ready. She combed her hair using her comb. And now she wore her hat, and in her car she left for shopping. So she wanted to shop some vegetables, fruits and some flowers. You can include many more as well. So she wanted to buy some corn. She also wanted to buy some carrots. So she picked all these vegetables, came home. She was very, very tired. So she sat on her cot and relaxed. Later, she thought of stitching a nice dress for her pet cat. And now she bought a scissor and she cut the colorful cloth. Can you see the colorful cloth? She cut the colorful cloth, and letter God heard the sound as the scissors cut the cloth. And now letter God came running and he said, well, this is a beautiful pet name for my letter C. So would be the pet name. Aaron and Anna also heard this sound, this name, and our children in the class will also hear this name, and they promise letter God that they will always call this letter with its pet name, never use the letter name C. So this is how we introduce the story, through which we introduce the phonic sound. Tell me, how was the story? And let's now go ahead with rest of the things for the introduction. And now we all know that the letter sound of this letter is C, which is the letter name. The phonic sound is the pet name and the phonic sound is K, and this is the action. So this is the natural sound that comes when you use your scissor and cut a paper or cloth. So we will hear the sound as in all the objects that we used in the story. Next is the template rhyme. So what can we use for the template rhyme? So let me now use this, cookies. Okay, so now cookies starts with pet name K, pet name K, pet name K. The cookie starts with pet name K, K, cookies. So like this, you can use the real cookies, the flashcard or the hand action and sing many, many more template rhyme. Next is the letter and sound association. So I told you, you can have these wonderful charts, letter, and now this is the felicitation, and now this is the action, and this is the template rhyme. So this is how we can say that this letter name is C and it got the pet name K. Okay. And now this is for the letter sound association and later story on the chart. Now you know the story goes. This story is about Kathy, who had a pet cat and she loved to eat cake. You can include many things. So she drank a cup of coffee, and you can include many more things. So she combed her hair, wore her cap, and in her car she left to buy some. Can you see all the things that we can buy? So she bought so many vegetables, fruits and flowers. She was very tired. She sat on her cot, she relaxed, and she wanted to stitch a colorful dress for her cat. So she used her scissors and started cutting the cloth. Letter God heard the sound, came running and gave this as pet name for his letter C. So this is how we introduce the story on the chart, and now you know this is to enhance vocabulary, and now children will create action codes. For example, so the action code for cat is, we can just make this action. For cup, you can just make this action. Cake, you can make a nice round cake. So comb, you can naturally do this action, comb. So this is cap. This is a wonderful activity, but what we will remember as action code for the letter C is cat. K, cat. K, cat. Okay. So we generated the action code as well. And now it's time for the